Hello again, everybody. I'm Scott Casper, and it's time to take a look at the news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. We start the week at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison, Wisconsin, the site of the 2014 U.S. World Team Trials for both men's and women's freestyle. 12 spots on the 2014 U.S. World Team were up for grabs, 6 in men's and 6 in women's. The event in Madison was the first of 3 qualifying tournaments to determine the 24-athlete world team that'll see action in Tashkent, Uzbekistan this September. Our coverage of the trials starts with the men's freestyle division. Highly anticipated finals, the bout at 163. 2012 Olympic champ Jordan Burroughs has dominated the weight class for the last 3 years, but 2-time Hodge Trophy winner David Taylor has made things a little more interesting for everybody. The Penn State star gave Burroughs a run for his money at the U.S. Open. Burroughs needed 2 last-second takedowns to emerge victorious there, if you recall. Taylor battled through a tough challenge tournament to earn another shot at Burroughs, and the Magic Man was at the top of his game when he beat Quentin Godley in the semifinals and 2012 Olympic trials runner-up Andrew Howe in the challenge tournament finals. Here's Taylor after locking up a spot at 163 in the finals.
I'm the best guy in the world, so it's pretty simple, and it's a great experience. These last Olympic trials was good for me. I figured out what I need to work on. Last year was a good summer for me. It was a good year. Went to universities, but now I'm ready to just go out and just compete. I want to compete at the Open. I want to go compete tonight, and that's just what I want to do.
Well, the best of 3 final series, Burroughs came out strong in the opening bout, scoring a pair of double-leg takedowns for a 6-2 win. Taylor jumped out to an early 3-1 lead in bout 2, but Burroughs came storming back with 2 powerful takedowns for a 6-5 win. With the victory, Burroughs improves to 84-1 on the senior level and will now have a chance at World Gold number 3 this September.
David Taylor's great. He's a 2-time Hodge winner. Kyle Dake's a 4-time national champion. So those dudes are creating a legacy of their own. They're already legendary in the NCAA collegiate ranks, but I think there's obviously another level between collegiate wrestling and world wrestling. So I'm on the way to hopefully winning my 4th world title. Kyle Dake won 4 NCAA titles. So, world titles, NCAA titles, it's apples and oranges comparing on the world stage.
Well, the United States will have 2 Olympic champs on the 2014 U.S. Freestyle World Team. 2012 Olympic gold medalist Jake Varner made his 3rd World Team with a dominant performance at 2:13. He stopped Dustin Kilgore in 2 straight in the final series, 7-2 in bout 1 and 5-2 in the deciding second. Varner did not try out for the team last year after finishing 3rd at the 2011 World Championships, but he looks like he's ready to take another run at gold in 2014.
Went to Turkey back in February, and I won my first match, and I ended up getting injured. Tried to pull out and kind of recover from that, but other than that, I've wrestled in plenty of overseas tournaments, It's just really getting back out there and in that competition setting.
2012 Olympian Travel Delagnev won the heavyweight division again. Delagnev took out former NCAA champ Zach Ray in 2 straight in the finals, winning both by an identical 5-0 scores. Delagnev was 3rd at the 2009 Worlds and also placed 5th in 2 other World Championships.
I'm figuring out, as I get older, how to tune up my training to fit my body. So, trying to gain wisdom. But there's definitely some things, that were said to me at the last World Championships when I came up short in 2013 that, I've made, sensible applications to my physical wrestling and also to how I approach it mentally.
Making his 3rd U.S. Senior World Team was Iowa star Brent Metcalf. Metcalf beat past junior world medalist Jordan Oliver 4-2 in bout 1 and followed it up with a 3-0 shutout in the deciding second.
From my perspective, his perspective, not a whole lot was happening. You put me down, make things start to happen. And that was the edge in that first match because you could see where I was scoring points off of just flurries. And that's where I'm good. And maybe wrestle smarter in the second match. I can maybe start flurries, but do you want to wade into his game plan? I don't know.
Fellow national champ for the Iowa Hawkeyes, 2014 champ Tony Ramos was probably the biggest surprise of the entire weekend. He entered in his first major senior level tournament and did not disappoint the fans. He did not compete at the U.S. Open, if you recall, and decided only a few weeks ago to make a run at the World Team. Ramos powered through the challenge tournament with 3 victories, including a huge win over 2013 World Team member Angel Escobedo in the semis. We go to the 57-kilo finals. He drew U.S. Open champ and 2012 Olympian Sam Hazewinkel and swept the series with a 4-0 shutout in bout 1 and a close 5-4 win in the second. Ramos was later named the Mat.com Wrestler of the Week for his performance.
Wrestling's wrestling. It doesn't matter our style. It's about scoring points. And I'm best on my feet, and that's what this is. So, you know, who cares about the rules? You just find a way to win. I thought I was going to take the year off. During the Open, me and my fiance were sitting down watching it. And, you know, it was something I thought about doing and really thought about doing, but as soon as she sat there and said, hey, you got to do this, I was like, all right, let's go, let's do it.
Well, the World Team will also feature another 2014 NCAA champ as 3-timer Ed Ruth emerged victorious at 189 pounds. Ruth battled through the challenge tournament to qualify for the finals against 2013 World Team member Keith Gavin. Well, it was Gavin who scored in the closing seconds of match 1 for a clutch 7-5 victory, but Ruth came back strong in bout 2, getting Gavin onto his back for a pin at 3 minutes 44. In the deciding third, Ruth fell behind 4-0, but opened his offense for an 11-7 win and his first spot on the senior world team.
Honestly, I just went back to my basics. Just started shooting shots I'm comfortable with, that I know, trying to keep him positions with me that I'm comfortable with rather than letting him, you know, work his stuff, arm drags and going for those shots. Strategically, I just laid it on him harder. I figured that, you know, if one of us breaks, one of us breaks.
Our World Team Trials news continues when we do. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because you know, I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Hi, I'm Wayne Boyd, Director of Operations and Development for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. The club was founded to help wrestling worldwide, especially at our senior level, of course at the collegiate level, and the high school level. But the most important level for Titan Mercury Wrestling Club is the kids level. And these are some of the guys today that will be tomorrow's Olympic champions. Let's hear it, guys.
Titan Mercury!
That's Titan Mercury Wrestling Club, San Marino, California.
Well, based on the results from the 6 women's freestyle weight classes that were up for grabs in Madison, Wisconsin, the U.S. will have an experienced team heading to Uzbekistan. The team will feature 2 past world champs, including 2012 world champ Elena Peroskova. She made her 7th straight world team by outlasting a determined Erin Kladjo in 3 bouts at 138 pounds. Peroskova won the first 4-0, but Kladjo came back with a gritty 2-1 win in the second. In the deciding third, it was Peroskova who came out on top 2-1. Elena's won a gold, silver, and bronze at the world level and was a member of the 2012 Olympic team.
I mean, I always expect myself to dominate. You know, that's the way you always envision going into any match, but I definitely had a tough time this tournament. But sometimes it doesn't look pretty, but you just have to grit it out. I think we just know each other really well. Me and her have been training with each other for such a long time. She's been my training partner for Worlds, so it's just a matter of who's going to outsmart who now.
2012 world champ Adeline Gray made her 5th world team when she took 2 straight over U.S. Open champ Jackie Cataline in the finals of 165. Gray won by a 10-0 tech fall in the first, but Cataline put some points on the board of her own in match 2. Not enough, though. Gray would battle back for a 7-5 win. Gray has won a gold medal and 2 bronze medals at the World Championships and is currently #1 in the FILA World Rankings at 165.
Every time someone gets thrown in the back, but that's always a possibility. That's why we can do best 2 out of 3. It protects those people who are supposed to win, and it's great to know that. I'm trying to go a little more upper body, and anytime you do something out of your comfort zone, you put yourself at risk of something that maybe is traditionally not something you defend every day. If I can keep focused through the World Championships, I'm going to be unstoppable. Just going to be a matter if I let myself get in my way.
Well, 2-time world bronze medalist and Wisconsin native Alyssa Lampe earned a return trip to the Worlds, but this time she needed all 3 matches to win the title at 105. The 2013 U.S. Open champ drew rival Victoria Anthony in the championship series. Anthony beat past world champ and Olympic medalist Clarissa Chun to earn her spot in the finals. In match 1, Lampe won a high-scoring shootout, 10-6, but Anthony rebounded with a pin at 3 minutes 54 in bout 2. With the home crowd on her side and on the edge of their seats, Lampe was able to shut down her opponent 5-0 in the deciding bout.
It was just great to be back in my hometown. You know, I heard people cheering for me, so it was just great. I always thought that if I could take first domestically at 48, I'd have a good chance of winning a world medal. I think that's true. You know, yeah, Clarissa Chun, Vicky Anthony, she took 5th last year at 112. I mean, so it's just definitely a good weight class for sure.
Well, 3 other individual champs have all wrestled for the USA at past senior world championships. Whitney Condor made her 2nd world team by taking 2 straight over Catherine Fulp-Allen in the finals at 116. Condor scored a shutout in both bouts, winning 3-0 in the first and 5-0 in the deciding second.
I feel great at this weight class. I mean, it definitely isn't 51, but I mean, 53 is still a great spot for me. Definitely was lacking experience at the senior level, and I was definitely lacking the confidence there. And I definitely didn't get to wrestle the matches that I wanted because I overthought things a lot. So I needed to really get myself to where I wanted to be and not overthink things.
Allie Reagan made her 2nd straight world team, sweeping 2012 Olympian Kelsey Campbell in the finals at 127. Reagan had the edge in bout 1, 4-2, and then powered her way to a quick 10-0 tech fall in bout number 2.
I was definitely looking forward to that match. You know, I wanted to wrestle her since for a while actually, so I'm glad I got that one out of the way. I was ready for her to win the challenge tournament, so that's what happened. Switching styles must be hard. I don't know how they do that, but I'm definitely glad that college got me a bunch of matches, so I went and felt confident out there, and I brought it to the senior level. So.
Veronica Carlson took 2 straight over college star Julia Salata in the finals at 152. The very powerful Carlson took charge early in both bouts, winning 9-2 and then 4-0.
I have to dominate, I have to stay in position, I have to be confident in myself, be confident in my team. You know, I think our team aspect's really been growing a lot, and I think that helps bring everybody up when everybody's, you know, on that same level. So I think that, you know, it's not just definitely in reach like that. That is the goal, and I'm going to win a world medal, and I'm going to win worlds.
If you're unable to attend the World Trials or watch them on Flow, you just might want to catch them on television. They're going to see them one more time. Universal Sports Network will have a special 2-hour broadcast from the World Team Trials Monday, July 9th at 6 o'clock Eastern. Also held alongside the World Team Trials, another major USA Wrestling event, the FILA Junior World Team Trials in men's freestyle and Greco. Because of the importance of this event and the limitations of our time here today, we'll have a complete report on the FILA Junior World Team Trials in next week's show. All right, stay tuned. We'll be back. There's more. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, the next big event on the senior level is the U.S. Greco-Roman World Team Trials set for June 13th in Daytona Beach, Florida. Spots on the U.S. World Team in the 6 Olympic weight classes will be up for grabs. The reason USA Wrestling elected to hold the Greco trials on a separate date than Freestyle is to allow athletes to compete in both styles. Some talented wrestlers have already announced their intention to do so, included 2012 Olympian Sam Hazewinkle. Remember, he placed second in the Freestyle trials at 125. Hazewinkle started his career as a Greco-Roman star, winning 2 U.S. Open titles, placing second at the 2008 Olympic Greco-Roman trials as well. He switched to freestyle in 2009 and now has 2 U.S. Open freestyle titles to his credit. The Hayes will make another run at Greco-Roman team this year. J.D. Bergman, who's a 2-time U.S. World Team member in freestyle, will also give Greco a try. Bergman was third at the freestyle trials at 213 and was a member of Greco-Roman Team USA while competing collegiately at Ohio State. 2 talented heavyweights who wrestled freestyle in Madison will go Greco in Daytona Beach. Tyrell Fortune, who was second in the 2013 World Team Trials and third at the 2014 World Team Trials in freestyle, will seek to make the Greco team as well. Fortune has wrestled both styles his entire career. He wrestled Greco-Roman and freestyle at both the University World Games in 2013 and the Junior World Championships in 2009. Who's joining him? Gerard Trice. He wrestled both styles while competing at Central Michigan and will throw his hat into the mix at heavyweight. Trice was a University Nationals champ in both styles and placed 8th at the University Worlds in Greco in 2010. Other wrestlers from the freestyle field may also take advantage of the chance to try out in Greco-Roman. Both the Greco-Roman World Team Trials as well as the Cadet National Duels will be broadcast live next week on Flow. Universal Sports Network will also air a 1-hour show from the U.S. Greco-Roman World Team Trials on Monday, June 23rd at 7 p.m. So make sure to mark your calendar and enjoy the show. Well, one of the highlights from Madison last weekend was the special reunion of the 1979 U.S. Freestyle World Team. It placed second in the team standings at the World Championships that took place that year in San Diego, California. 7 team members won world medals in '79, led by world champ Lee Kemp. 5 members of that 1979 team were also from Wisconsin, and they were special guests throughout the weekend. A video with highlights from the '79 World Championships was shown, and each of the team members were introduced to the ovation of the Madison crowd. Following the introductions, all of the other past World Team members from other teams came up to the stage and posed for photos with that 1979 team. The legendary Dan Gable was the head coach of that '79 squad, if you recall, and enjoyed the chance to visit with the athletes one more time, 35 years after the event.
Well, we're second, probably to the Russians.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about that, but you know what? The Russians have been first so many times, it's good to get that close. And with the names Petersons and Metzger, Weaver, Haynes, Corso, you just, Clem, Hellickson, you just go on and on. Kemp. I mean, these guys, it's great to put them in the same room because we make a difference.
Lee Kemp won a gold medal at 163 pounds at the 79 Worlds in San Diego that year and was a leader on that team. He talks about the reunion.
1979 seems like a long time ago. A lot of these younger wrestlers, you know, they 79, that long time ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't even born, obviously, then. So, but I think when you bring the youth close, you know, right up front and close to our history, that's what'll make us stronger as a country.
Well, some of the sport's top leaders and coaches were at the trials in Madison coaching athletes at both the senior and FILA junior levels. It was a great opportunity for USA Wrestling Weekly to visit with some of the coaches who have taken new jobs on the collegiate scene. World champ and Olympic silver medalist Sammy Henson was there. He's the new head coach at West Virginia.
The job opportunity opened up and I heard about it and had some people ask me to apply and I applied and it worked out. It's a great fit for me and back in the Big 12. I know the Big 12. Know the landscape of the Big 12, so it's a competitive, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, and Iowa State. It's a great opportunity for our family. Finally, be a head coach and be able to set up roots. And my son starts high school next year, so it's a good opportunity all the way around.
Just last week, Purdue announced longtime college assistant coach Tony Ersland had been named their new head coach for the Boilermakers. Like Henson, this is his first chance to lead his own D1 team.
I feel like I've obtained a lot of knowledge from a lot of the good people I've worked with. I also feel like the Purdue family is a good fit for me. I think there's a lot of great things about not only the department, but the kids already on the team, the kind of student athlete that we can recruit to such a good academic institution. And of course, we're in the Big Ten, which is right in the middle of the fire, as I've told people, and that's where we want to be, right in the middle of it.
Zeke Jones, who left USA Wrestling as the national freestyle coach, returns to the collegiate ranks as the new head man at Arizona State. He talks about the new challenge of leading the Sun Devils.
I've been kind of joking, I know where all the Russians and the Iranians are, but I'm still learning who the high school kids are and learning the Arizona State wrestlers. It's been good. They've all went home. We sent them home after break, and we're getting them back here at the end of June, for, some summer training and, getting ready to host the camp, as you know. But, it's good to get to know the kids and, help the program.
One of the most prominent assistants to move on to a new program was world bronze medalist Donnie Pritzloff. He left his post at Michigan to serve as the top assistant at Rutgers. Pritzloff returns to his home state of New Jersey to lead the Scarlet Knights in the Big Ten competition starting next year.
You don't have to go to out of state to go to a Big Ten school now. You can stay right in New Jersey, and we can pick off some New York kids and hopefully grab some Pennsylvania kids too, and stay within that area. And and really right now we have some guys that they've wrestled Big Ten competition. I mean, they've wrestled at the Nationals and the Midlands and all these different things. So they're somewhat ready, and I feel that I can really add a lot to the potential.
All right, thanks guys. I tell you what, stay tuned. We'll be back after the short timeout. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, the organizers of the World Team Trials in Madison also hosted a special youth wrestling competition alongside the event. The annual Goodwill Duels featured novice age wrestlers from Wisconsin and Minnesota in friendly competition in both styles. The event was also an opportunity for young athletes to watch their Olympic heroes in action throughout the weekend. The idea of this event is for young people to act as ambassadors for their states and learn more about sportsmanship and friendship through our sport. Mel Dow helped bring the event to Madison and talked about the Goodwill Duels.
The wrestlers that are competing here today are their idols. Okay, they're their professional athletes in our sport, and all the thanks goes to Pete and USA Wrestling for really helping push the grassroots wrestling and having the opportunity for this to come here. Yes, it added a little extra to the schedule and making it kind of a tight thing, but you know what? What this is doing for the sport of wrestling is absolutely incredible, because you know what? Someday, hopefully, we'll see some of these kids living their dreams on these mats.
Well, another major USA Wrestling competition will be broadcast on Flow Wrestling this weekend as the National Schoolboy Duels return to Indianapolis, Indiana, June 5th through the 8th. Greco-Roman action Thursday and Friday, freestyle action Saturday and Sunday. The nation's best 13 and 14-year-olds will represent their states at the popular event. A record 36 freestyle squads and 35 Greco teams have entered. Check it all out on the Flow Pro platform over the weekend. Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. So pictures are sent in from across the country by families and fans of this great sport. You can be a part of the contest, by the way. All you got to do is participate. This week's photo was sent in by Tony Ananacci and shows 7-year-old Caden Ananacci from Laguna Hills Wrestling Club in California, scoring a takedown here in his Bantam 60-pound match at the St. John Bosco tournament. Have your photographs considered for our photo contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Well, folks, that'll do it for this week's show. From all of us at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching.